Hello everyone and welcome to Let's Play Touhou 13 10 Desires. So, it's finally time for us to go ahead and tackle that extra stage. Alright, so I'm just gonna go ahead and give myself an easy time here and use Reimu, cause I would like to get this done and move on to DDC. So, not gonna be using Trance this time around, by the way. Alright, so the stage starts off with some aimed fairies that will appear on the screen that is farthest from you, or on the right if you're just exactly in the middle. Now for a little rendition of that subterranean animism section, where if you just kill these as soon as they appear, then you should have no trouble. It does get a little crazy if they get to the very bottom of the screen, but as long as you're good with your enemy killing, that won't happen. Alright. Alright, now this section will get denser and denser every wave. Although the first two waves are pretty easy. These things will shoot like one lane of blue things, then two, and then three, and then finally four. And when they get to four, yeah, you'll need to do a lot of macro movement. Also, the last two fairies on here will give resources. So if you are using trance, you should use your trance about here. Make sure to get the resources before Nue appears, otherwise you'll miss out on the doubled resources. And yes, Nue is our mid-boss. Why is she the mid-boss? Something about the plot. So on her first spell, you really gotta be careful of the angle that these are firing at it, because the angles are just really weird. So try not to stay too close to a bullet, because it might surprise you with what angle it's going at. I don't know if the bullets change direction or if they're just all going at such a weird angle that it looks like they're changing direction, but it's a gimmicky spell nonetheless. The second spell is her toughest spell. You've really got to try and make use of the fact that these bullets only have hitboxes on the front of their sprite, so you can kind of cut through the bullets. Wow, that lasted way longer than it should have. Alright, the third spell, it's kind of a streaming spell, not really. These things are aimed at you after they hit the wall, but they're not dense enough to be like a real threat, unless you're like timing it out, because if you time this out, it gets super crazy at the end. So if you're not timing it out though, just kill it as soon as you can and don't stay in the same place at the same time, and you should be pretty fine. Now for some spam fairies. Reimu makes really good work of these. Reimu is really awesome in this game, by the way, because she not only has piercing needles, but she also has homing as well. It's great. This is among my favorite Reimus and all of Touhou. Alright, now for another little spam section, except this time there's only going to be 2 waves. And then it's going to go back to those weird pill, rice bullet, jelly bean things. They do drop resources, and the very few last ones might be really good to trance on, so yeah. Also, the last 4 fairies will all drop life pieces, which I'll probably miss out on because I don't want to die getting them. Looks like I won't get all the resources for the stage, but it doesn't matter. Well, let's go ahead and introduce our boss, though. Our boss is really cool. Alright. It's a Tanuki, I know. Mamizo, she's awesome. I remember when I first got to her, I was a little iffy on her design because I was like, what? It's an animal. But then I realized it's really cool, actually. She even has a Mario reference with that little leaf, and overall, it's just a really fun character. Really cool design, and she's got some really cool Danmaku as well, and a really awesome theme. The plot is that Nue called her in as reinforcements to fight against Miko because they were all scared that Miko was gonna go crazy, but we've already beaten Miko, so there was really no reason for her to come all the way over here to Gensokyo, but I appreciate it anyway because we got a cool character out of this. So let's go ahead and see what this so-called cool character has to offer us. Well, her spells are awesome, but her non-spells are... There is nothing interesting or insightful about any of her non-spells, I'll just put it nicely. They're all so easy. But the spell cards are really cool, so that makes up for it. And so, yeah, as you can see, the Danmaku she uses are really cool line art Danmaku. This is something that only Mamizo uses, and it just looks really cool. They're really fun looking, they all have really cool little gimmicks, and yeah. That first spell, by the way, is a streaming spell. Wow, some spit just went down my windpipe, so I was coughing there. Anyway, that streaming spell, if you just go up and around, once you run out of room, then that should work pretty well. Yay for more non-spells that are nonsense. The second spell is a really interesting spell. It's a streaming spell, but it's not like horizontal streaming, it's vertical streaming. So just make sure to leave yourself some room when you restream, otherwise you'll be miserable. Also, I wonder if Zune played Concealed the Conclusion, because this spell reminds me a lot of Reimu's second spell in Phantasm of Concealed the Conclusion. Just kind of a thought. Anyway, more wimpy nons. Left, right. Now to go right, left. Alright, now for the birds. Yeah. So, yeah, she has all sorts of really cool Danmakus. Birds, little people, dogs. Oh, by the way, on this spell, try not to bottom hug if you can. I mean, you can if you feel most comfortable doing that, but given the weird, unpredictable nature of the birds, I wouldn't try to stay at the very, very bottom. Oh. By the way, this might look like really dense and intense, but it's actually just streaming. Yay. I am so tired. I just woke up. Well, I woke up at 8. Did I just say just woke up? No, I woke up a long time ago, but I woke up at 8, so I'm just like super, super tired. But I'm gonna try to keep my peppy attitude if I can. By the way, the next spell card is frogs, and these frogs explode. Yeah, I don't know why. That's pretty violent, but yes, they explode. Just read and dodge, really. I hear you can memorize like every combination to this spell or something. Something something Morth something something world record, I don't know. Anyway, again, another non, except it's slightly varied because there's a weird little overlap gap in between the waves, but it, again. Anyway, this spell, she is going to start combining all the stuff that she's used. Yes, so it's going to be a little bit interesting now. Just be careful of the bird bullets. Those are the ones that often kill me the most in this spell. You will have to do some streaming because remember that the dogs are aimed at you. So try not to stay in one spot at the same time on the screen or you're probably going to be screwed. Alright, now the non-spells are actually going to get a little more interesting now. They're still streaming, but it's, you know, you have to work a little bit. Yeah. Now, what's next? I think it's the humans, right? Yes, I think so. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's the humans. Okay, so on this one, you need to know when to go through the waves. I like to go through the waves, like, when they shoot the next wave of rice bullets, then I'll just make sure that I'm in between the two humans before I actually, like, move. That way, they will fire, like, directly horizontal, and it'll just allow me to just go up and then move through. That was probably the worst explanation of how to do this ever, but it's what I do. I don't play this extra often, so don't bully me. Okay, I think this is the only real hard non-spell in the lot, and it actually is a little bit random. I don't know if you can stream this or not. I think you can. I'm pretty sure you can, but it looks like there's a little bit of randomness mixed in. It's still not that bad, though. It's only an extra stage, so... Anyway, this spell is her hardest spell, in my opinion. What you really gotta do is make sure that you don't dodge the two waves overlapping. Try to push towards the edge of the screen, like push through the dogs so you don't have to dodge dogs and birds at the same time, because dodging two waves at the same time can get very hectic and you want to be careful. Alright, now for the very last non-spell, which is very, very dense, except it's very easy because you just have to stay in one lane. Do keep in mind though that the lane does move slightly to the left or slightly to the right, so you can't just stay like in one general area, I guess. Alright, now for the weird spell where she'll disguise herself as Reimu, which is weird because if you're not playing as Reimu, she still disguises herself as Reimu, even though she's never met Reimu. So I don't really understand that. But anyway, it's a very, very, very complex streaming spell. She's got like exploding frogs and all these little components going on. The best bet, honestly, is just use spell practice and learn a route. This is my little improvised route. I haven't played this in a while, so I'm just going off of like some really weak memory, but it seems to be working for me. So you can use that, I guess, or you can make your own route. Have fun, be flexible. Now for the timeout, and she is going to spawn clones. I guess because she's a Tanuki, so she's a trickster. So the first wave is obviously going to be the easy one. I like to just dodge one side and then dodge the other. If you can dodge just in the middle, but then you'd have to dodge overlapping dogs, and I don't know about you, but I'd rather dodge them one at a time. Alright, now she's going to spawn more clones, and they're going to fire birds. So what I like to do is I like to dodge on the very left or the right and misdirect the birds before moving. The point is that you're streaming because the birds are aimed. Alright, you can go up and down, but I find it a lot easier to go left and right. You can go left and right throughout the entire spell actually, so my favorite way to do this is just to alternate left and right over and over again. The humans are going to start spawning now. What the humans try to do is try to close in your space, but don't worry too much about the humans because they're not as scary as you might think. Alright. Cool. Okay. Gets a little hectic at the end, but just keep going left and right. Be mindful of the little humans. Now then, apparently I've only captured this once in a run, which was my No Mist Abominable Trance run back then. Anyway, this spell is a bit of a jerk because Divine Spirit bullets they're troublesome. Like, I don't like them, but they're here and they're here to stay. So you just have to get over the fact that you're going to be dodging Divine Spirits. It's not that bad. It's not like QED, but it's still more troublesome than I'd like to admit. One advantage you have is that you can move with the Divine Spirit before going through the wave, and that kind of helps. I guess. I don't. Sorry, I'm trying to talk, but I gotta concentrate. There we go. Okay. Huh. Yeah, just you have to stream the what are they called? You have to stream the rice bullets. So just be careful about the restreams. The restreams are usually what kill me in this. And trying to stand with the boss, yes, that's kind of a challenge. But I guess as long as you play it safe and try not to rush it, it's probably really rare that you'll ever get to that super ultra timeout phase. And even then, from what I remember, I have timed this out before in spell practice, and that ultra timeout phase isn't as insane as like the other ultra timeout phases and the other extra bosses. So, you can probably be safe. Like, what I'm trying to say is, if you think it's dangerous to stand or Mamizo, you can go to the side and wait a bit before going back, so you don't have to risk staying under her and dying. And yeah, that's Mamizo. Yeah, a really, really, really cool boss. I actually did do a Sane recording. And I died. It was one of my first recordings too. And I did it right after the LP too. It was like on the same night. I get to Mamizo's final spell, and I die right at the end. Like, she has a sliver of HP left, and I'm so sad because, like, it was like No Mist Abominable Trance all the way to the very last second. And I was like, no! I didn't want to upload it because it was heartbreaking. I don't even know if I still have the recording. I might not, but anyway, I decided I'd just use Reimu because I don't want to go through that again. And plus, I mean, Reimu's a cool shot, so she deserves some love too. Anyway, yeah. What else is there to say, really? We beat Mamizo. Yeah, I guess maybe I could do like a spell practice episode soon. Actually, you know what? We have time in this video. Like, how long is this extra stage? It's like 15 minutes or something? We've got time. We've got time. Let's just go ahead and do the overdrives. So what are overdrives? go into spell practice and you'll notice that there are some spells that have a difficulty above Lunatic. So yeah, these are overdrives, and they're not like the last words in 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 the sense that they're like the INs were like their own special spells. The overdrives are just a spell on Lunatic, like an already existing spell that's harder. So it's not as cool as the last words, but they're still interesting in their own right. There are some cool overdrives in this game. And this was Yuyuko's. Yeah. Kyoko's. This one's actually really annoying from what I remember. But it's the cool spell. It's the one with the bubbles, but she fires arrow rings, and I really hate that. Like, the thing is that you have to read the arrow rings while dodging the bubbles, and it's kind of annoying. And the bubbles actually come from the bottom, too. Although you only have to dodge one wave of this from... No comment. No comment. I'm gonna regret this. This video is gonna be like 10 years long, and then I'm gonna be like, I should have just not done extra and overdrive in the same video. But surely this won't be too bad, right? Surely. Like, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Should only take like, there's only one over. No, I just, you know, with things coming from all sides of the screen, like, yeah, the whole thing about the arrows spawning is really jarring to me because I'm supposed to be concentrating on, like, the boss, but, like, well, I'm supposed to be concentrating on bubbles coming from all four sides of the screen. How am I going to be able to read arrow bullets when I have to focus on the bubbles, especially if the arrow bullets are the same colors as the bubbles? Oh my god. I just have to get lucky. I just have to get lucky once and I'll be fine. Oh my god, like, how are you supposed to dodge arrows and bubbles at the same time? This isn't the hardest one, this is the second hardest one. And only because of the arrows, only because of the arrows. If the arrows did not exist, this would be so trivial. You know, I'm just gonna ignore the arrows and only dodge the bubbles because I'll just be bound to get luck. No, like, you can't just ignore the arrows. That Kyoko... I can't, like, I can't read the arrows and the bubbles at the same time, Zune. What were you thinking? Maybe I'm supposed to be in the middle? Alright, die. Come on. Okay, good. I was just like, okay, let's just speed kill it. That shouldn't have been that bad, honestly, but it was a lot worse than it should have been. Oh well. At least we got through it. I don't want this video to be too long. It's just supposed to be the extra stage, but I figured I might as well just do everything in one video. Yeah, this one's actually pretty great. I'm glad it was this spell and not her last spell that she did as the overdrive, because the other one is kind of annoying. The very last one, that would have been annoying to have to, like, go through lasers with an overdrive. Okay, this is the hard one. Yeah, this is the one that would take a long time. Oh god, okay, yeah, 2 out of 99 plus. Although, most of these attempts were when I was a beginner, because I don't really, like, play overdrives in my spare time. No, I actually should upload the... I did a timeout of Tongue Yoshika a while ago, and I really should upload that. Maybe I will sometime. From what I remember, these are just aimed crazy at you, so the best way to deal with it is just to move side to side a lot. Or maybe I could just do it in the middle. Nah, it wouldn't be good to do it in the middle. Let's just move a lot. Don't want this to turn into a 40-minute video, because this spell in particular has a history of making people play this for like 40 minutes before capturing it. The only problem is the fact that, like, those... I'm not really sure what to do about the balls. They're very, very hyper-aggressive. I'm wondering if I'm just supposed to move a bunch, because honestly, like... Yeah, that seems to be it. Like, oh, come on, that was weak sauce. But yeah, that seems to be it. The way these are, they're very, very dense to name, so yeah, looks like the best way to do this would just to be moving a lot. Yeah, just, unless you get unlucky. So get lucky and move a lot, I guess. I know I can stay in the middle. I've done it in the middle before, with Yomu at least, but maybe just not with Reimu? I don't know. Let's just call this luck and move on with our lives. Oh man, this video is gonna be so long. Oh god. The nightmare is real. Oh, come on! Why are there lasers in my way? Get on my way! By the way, the SA Ultra video, I don't know what made me think of that, but that has been recorded. I don't know when I'm going to upload it. I'm a little sad by it because I actually got a little bit heated. Well, not heated, but more like whiny during it. Like, the thing about Ultra is that it's not really made so that a lot of things are possible. But I got a little bit annoyed at the fact that so much wasn't possible that I kind of got a little bit whiny, and I don't like negative videos like that, but I might still upload it. I mean, I have to still upload it because it's my one and only blind attempt. If I don't upload the blind attempt, it's not blind anymore, and, well, you know, the whole fun of the series was that the Ultras were blind, except for the Moth one. The Moth one is not blind, but, I mean, I can't, like, turn back time. There's a lot of things I'd like to do if I could turn back time. Yeah, let's just yellow it in the middle and see what happens. You can't. They're aimed at you. You have to move around. Oh well. Oh gee. Yeah, this Overdrive is most definitely the hardest one. No question. Oh, that would have been fine if the laser hadn't been in my way. But... like... not really sure. Like, is there even any way to consistently do a spell like this? Like, when you really think about it, is there a consistent method to a spell like this? Because I don't really think there is. There's too much craziness going on that I don't think that... Yeah, no, I don't think this can be done consistently. Anyone who's watching is welcome to prove me wrong by uploading a video of a strat to this, but this doesn't look like a spell that can be done consistently. When I really think about it, like, I can't really see any consistent strat. Like, I can understand the idea of moving a bunch, but the problem is that even if I misdirect a lot, like, there's still things that can screw you up, and yeah, you know what, let's just not even bother finishing this, because, truth be told, I don't want a 40-minute video, and we've already seen the spell, so I'm not gonna waste time on that. I really don't want to spend 30 minutes trying to capture that. I might capture it with Yomu in just a second, but oh yeah, I can showcase Yomu. Yeah, I can showcase Yomu. I never got to show her. Wait, what? Oh, does those lightning bolts move a lot more than the lunatic? Okay, fine. Fine. They move a lot more than lunatics, so I have to be more active. Didn't know that. That's why I died. Oh wow, these move a lot. Holy shit. Yeah, you have to move a ton. Okay. Alright. I might as well, yeah, let's... I know this spell is easy as Yomu. I forgot why, but it is. I guess maybe because you kill, Yoshika too. Anyway, so... Yomu's, shot is basically a gimmick shot where she can slash, and, her slashes are really good. See, I told you! Yomu can do this. I don't know why, but Yomu can do that. Yomu. Okay, let's just go on to Futo's. Yes, there's 2 overdrives in stage 5. My theory is that it's supposed to be 1 overdrive per character, although that's weird because Kogasa never got one, but I mean... Oh yeah, Futo's thing is a remix of her last spell, which I'm okay with because I think this spell is really pretty, and I like it, so I'm okay with that. I actually don't even remember what happens on this. I mean, surely the methodology isn't too bad. Just spin around and spin around and spin and spin and yeah, just kind of spin and just keep spinning and you spin me right round, baby, right round like a record, baby, round, 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 right. There you go. Alright, 2 more to go. We've got stage 6 and Mamizo. Miko's is actually a really cool one. Miko's might be the best one, actually. So this one is really cool because it's her spinning spell, except you have a maze, so it's really awesome. It's really fun and really creative spin on this spell card. No pun intended. Actually, that really wasn't an intentional pun. It just kind of, I saw it and I did it. Actually, you might not even have to spin as much. You might be able to just dodge this, but I don't know. I wouldn't risk that. Actually, the gaps are pretty big. Yeah, it's not so bad. It's cool. It's cool. Alright, we've got 1 more to go from the best character of this game, I think. I think she's the best character. Mamizo's just really cool. Alright, and this one is gonna be the birds and the dogs. So unlike what I told you to do in extra, this one you kinda have to dodge them overlapped because, well, look! They're coming from both sides of the screen. It's really cool though, and it's really fun, and it's actually, might even be easier than the actual extra mode version because they're not as dense, so yeah. Cool. Those were the overdrives. That really wasn't that bad. The only thing that was painful were Kyoko's and, what's her name? Sega's. I knew those 2 were gonna be painful, trust me. Those 2 are really hard, but all the other overdrives are pretty doable. And that basically wraps up 10 Desires. I really don't have anything else to cover. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time. And my second favorite game in the series. Yeah, I'm so excited.